This might sound absolutely crazy, but cold outreach actually still works incredibly well. Okay, good enough to sign a high ticket 2K a month retainer clients with the looms within just a single week, or good enough to book 21 calls within a week of sending looms and add 5.5K in monthly recurring revenue to your business by taking these calls and closing a couple of clients. Are also good enough to send about 693 of these emails, get responses that are kind of like this. This video was awesome. Thank you for taking the time. Let me know about the next steps. To book your calendar full, kind of just like this, to then make your Stripe dashboard look kind of just like this and generate about 228,000 euros in sales, which is about 240,000 or something like that in dollars. Now, while looking at all this, you're probably wondering why most agencies simply fail at cold outreach or only get a few calls booked here and there. Well, there are exactly two reasons. First, most people try to get away with copy and paste messages. And second, they're not using a personalized approach, which means your message already looks like cold outreach when you read the first line and it gets deleted in an instant. And no, personalizing does not mean looking at somebody's website or Instagram and adjusting the copy with just a couple of personalized lines here and there. Those are all just old methods and your prospects already know about those. But if you were to do this the right way, then cold outreach actually is still one of the absolute best client acquisition methods right now. And so if you want to know what's the secret behind these case studies right here, then just keep watching and I'll give it all away to you in just a second. So I'll call this method that all these people above used the loom reach system. Okay, and it's an outreach system that utilizes looms in a very special way. So even if you used looms before, I know that this method of using them still works so much better than any loom I've ever seen that has been sent to me personally as outreach. So what this essentially is just a 3 to 4 minute personalized video. And the reason why it is so special is couple things. Okay, first of all, it's personalized for everybody. We don't ask them to send this loom. We just send in the first message and it's actually personalized. It is not copy and paste, or it's not edited. It's not like kind of it's actually like recorded for them. And the biggest difference is that we do not make an offer in this loom. Like, we don't offer something. That's what everybody does. What we do instead is we give them a shit ton of value within this loom. Like, we show them a strategy that they can implement and make more money with. Like, they watch this and like, fuck, this makes so much sense. Why have I not done this earlier? Then they try to go in and implement what we just presented, and they realize, wait, the idea was amazing, but it was just a 3-minute video. So like, I didn't get everything. Like, I don't know how to exactly do this. I don't know how to do this content. I don't know how to run those ads. No idea how to book these people. And I don't even know how to close. So like, how could you help me? So then what happens is these people have to come back to you because you're the only person that they know on planet Earth that, knows about this, because you were the one that put this idea into their head. And now you have leverage because they have to come back to you and ask you the questions about like, how would you go about doing this? Or, what tools do you use to make this work? Because now they have to come back to you and ask you all these questions. And that makes it very easy to start conversations with these people. And so let me walk you through why this video works so fucking well. So there are exactly 9 reasons. Well, first of all, it's a pattern interrupt. Okay, when you see a GIF like this is actually moving with somebody's face on your actual channel, then you're like, what the hell is this? I'll need to click on this. Okay, let me check it out, because it's not a message. It's not even the first personalized line changing. It's literally just a visual pattern interrupt that you cannot achieve any other way that makes sense. Because you have to understand that when people go through their mails or their DMs or their messages in any platform, the brain is off. Like, you click on a message, there's like a pattern that you recognize, and like you swipe out of there, or you press on that delete button immediately, because it is going to be outreach. It's somebody trying to sell you something, and that you have 10 or 15 of these every single day. And so by interrupting the pattern first, that's the moment where they actually have to turn on their brain. Like, literally, brain is off. When they see this, it has to turn on, because now they have to ask themselves the question, well, who is this guy on my channel? What? I have never seen this. So that's the first reason, like, they actually turn on their brain. Okay, that's the first good thing. The second thing is curiosity. Like, now most people are curious enough to just at least like click on this. Like, what is this? Let me at least check out what this dude here does. Okay, most people will just click on it to figure out what it is. And the third reason is you give a ton of value. Okay, like, we don't offer anything in the video. It's not like we're trying to just give them an offer and get money in return, get a call in return. We just give them a ton of value, and we don't ask for much in return at all. We just give them value, and here you go, I hope this helps, kind of thing. And that makes them really appreciate you. Okay, that first of all not only makes them really appreciate you, but they also see that you have something that about stuff that they would like to know more about too, because you have information on what they can do better with their business for them to make more money. And so they see that you have something, you have information that is of value. The next reason is because there is a human connection. Like, they see your face. Like when DMs or messages or cold outreach in any other way, you are letters on a screen. You're nothing. Like, you're not real, okay? This, your face, your voice, you just being on that makes you real in the first place. Like, that just makes you a human. It's going to be way harder for them to be just a shitty person to you. And it's also going to be harder for them to ignore you. Now, in that video, you can talk, which means you can use your tone to do a whole bunch of things. First of all, you can have a friendly tone. You can come across as somebody they would like to have a conversation with. You have that opportunity. Now, obviously, you have to have the skill of talking, but that is something that you can learn. And if you learn to be somebody charismatic, these looms are a fucking weapon. Now, because you have a friendly tone, it also means they have a lowered sales resistance, okay? They see somebody friendly talking there in the video, they're giving them a whole bunch of value that they didn't even ask for, but they're getting it. And they're learning about things that they can improve right now to, make their business work better and make more money. And, these people appreciate that because they put so much effort into their business. Why wouldn't they know about things that they have been doing wrong, or that they could improve on immediately, or, methods or strategies that they didn't even know about? They appreciate this. There's a friendly guy, there's a charismatic dude or girl, and that leads to them not having the craziest sales resistance, because that's exactly what you have when you go through any other way of cold outreach. Like, you're just like, or even when you see an ad, like you see, like, what the fuck is this dude? Let me swipe, or let me put that motherfucking comment in there that says, nice try, Diddy. I have no idea why these people put that comment on there, but that's what happens on ads, okay? And so that doesn't happen because they're like, who's this nice guy, man? Wow. I appreciate this so much. This guy seems really nice, and he's giving me so much value. He's giving me his time too. He's recorded a whole video just for me. So it lowers the sales resistance. They don't feel like they're just being sold something, and they actually appreciate this, okay? And what that does, it kind of builds trust, because in their minds, you just turn from letters on a screen to an actual human being that they can build a connection with, that they just have some kind of emotional connection with. Even though it's just a video, they've just seen you, but even then, you will have an impression of somebody, and it is your job to make sure that that impression is trustworthy, and then you can build trust. You can at least do it. Like, they see you talking for a couple of minutes. That's enough for them to build a tiny bit of trust. Okay, and then the next thing is reciprocity. Okay, like, these people see that you're putting in so much effort into this. If you recorded this video, gave them the strategy, opened their eyes, gave them so much value, build a little bit of trust. Now these people are like, he did so much. Like, the least I can give him is at least like respond or hear him out and see what he got to say more. Or like, I gotta respond to him. I can't just ignore this. And so, yeah, that feeling of reciprocity kicks. And that's actually very powerful. It's a very powerful feeling. You feel like a shitty person when you just ignore this, especially once you've seen it, okay? It's very hard to just ignore and like, yeah, especially if you did everything in the loom right, that you didn't offer something, and you came across as a nice dude trying to help, actually provided banging value in that video, then yeah, there is no way that they can just ignore you. And one of the last reasons here is they can actually have a CTA within the loom. Like, you can actually tell them what to do in the video, because if you read a CTA on text, it's not as powerful as if you hear somebody say it to you with your name and like speaking to you. And the biggest change here you can make is you can incentivize a reply. So at the end of the loom, at the end of the video, you can actually make them want to reply by just saying something like, all right, John, this is pretty much all I wanted to share with you, man. I hope this all was valuable and made sense. And if it did, or even if it didn't, all I'm really expecting from you right now is just your honest feedback. And by the way, John, I think if you reply to this, I think I'd be willing to kind of just take the time and do a full deep dive audit of your content on Instagram and show you exactly what to do, like with specific examples to actually generate a lot more sales from your Instagram with the exact scripts and the exact method behind it, with the DM sequence and everything. More than happy to kind of do that for you personally. I'll just reply to this and I send it over to you. So when you say something like that, they're like, why the fuck would I not reply if this dude is going to put in even more work and sent me that thing? And now, obviously, when they reply to you, you don't just send it on the DMs or in the conversation on text. You use that curiosity and you lose that kind of like a lead magnet to lead them on a call straight away, man. For example, the prospect says, yeah, please send it over. That'd be amazing. You say, cool, man. Yeah. So I'm just putting it together right now. I need a little bit more information. So let me know if you're up for a chat, maybe sometime later this week. Can jump on, I can ask you a couple of questions to make this really work, and then I can also walk you through it on that call. Let me know when you're free, man, and then you book them in with that curiosity onto a call. But these are just 9 reasons of why this method works so well. No offer, just value, and that works so fucking well. Good enough to generate $228,000 in just a couple of months. Okay, so there are a couple common questions I always get with these looms, whether it be in the comments or in DM, so I thought I'd just answer them right here in a little bit more detail. So first question I get, can I automate this? Fuck no. Okay, that's the whole reason why this works, because it is not automated, because it's personalized, because it actually has that connection. Like all these reasons were because it is not automated. So fuck no. Okay, put a little bit of work into this, man. It's not going to be automated. It won't work as nearly as well. Okay, do others not make looms too? So doesn't it get saturated? Do people not get used to this? Yes, others do make looms, but they're ass. Like they're absolute shit. They're offering something bad. By watching that video, I feel like I'm wasting my time. There's no value in it, and it's just a bad loom, stuttering all over the place, whispering into the mic. Doesn't have any credibility, doesn't seem like a nice person to talk to, and yeah, just has no value. So the loom has to be good. Okay, there are looms out there. I don't get a lot, but when I get them, they're absolute trash. Okay, and the last most important one is this even scalable? Fuck yes, it is. You're right. It takes time. Like, you actually have to put time into this. Well, the way this is scalable is by cloning yourself, or the closest version to it, which is basically training people up to send looms for you. Because we actually have loom setters that record and send the looms for us and book the appointments for us too. So, if you have 5 of these people recording 10, 15 looms a day, then yeah, this is pretty scalable. And if you can remember, this dude right here sent about 75 looms and booked 21 calls in a single week for the next 2 weeks. So yeah, you can see that if you have guys sending 50 to 70 looms a day, this might go nuts. Okay, and these loom setters are only paid on commission, so it's not really expensive to make this run. It's definitely way cheaper than something like ads. Okay, now I want to really help you guys out, so I'm going to do something very special. Okay, record a loom based on these criteria, or one of your old looms. Message me on Instagram, tell me that you came from this video right here, and send that video to me. I'm gonna give you an actual personal review. Me myself, I'm gonna watch the loom, I'm gonna tell you what to change to improve your loom to actually make it work on this level right here. So DM me on Instagram, send me your loom, and I'll check it out when you tell me that you came from this video right here. All right, I'm looking forward to seeing your looms. There's probably gonna be a lot of work on my end, but I'm willing to do it for you to get these numbers right here. All right, I'll talk to you in my DMs. Take care. It's in the description, by the way.